Some of the women just need to get over the trauma of jail. This is just a safe place for them to come for a period of time before they can move somewhere permanent. The Prison Network Ministries is a ministry that works amongst women in the prison system and also supports the families, partners, children and parents of women in prison, and also supports women post-release. The majority of the time they have life-controlling problems: drugs, alcohol, gambling, history of domestic violence, mental health issues, etc. And when they get out of prison, quite often have nobody. The outside world's a very scary place for them. They'd rather be out of prison than in prison, but at the same time it can be very daunting and very lonely, and they can feel very isolated. Some of the women at the prison last week in our Bible study group were saying, why doesn't God do as much as he used to? And the fact is he does. Some of the most broken people in society are in prison, and God is always busy in those places. God is busy there because his heart breaks, and we can see things that break our heart, but how much more they break God's heart, and where his heart is really broken, he's very busy to bring about some evenness, comfort and justice. It is about giving people a chance and showing an interest in people that perhaps have never had anyone show an interest in them before. That's a really common theme, and a lot of the women will say, why do you care? Why are you taking interest in me? I've never had this before. And that still breaks my heart. A woman who's been living here for the last 6 months, she just moved out this morning. I said to her, I'm not sure what the future is of Prison Network or this place, because financially things are pretty hard. And she said, don't people understand how important it is? She said, who else have we got to turn to? And she has a 15-year-old son who had to live separate to her because she had nowhere to live. And so providing this unit meant that he could come and live with her, which was massive for him and massive for her, and it gave her a place of safety and a time to regroup and try to get her life on track. And she just said, I don't know where we'd be if it wasn't for what Prison Network does and to have places like this. I personally can't imagine having no one to turn to in my darkest hours, but that's the situation of a lot of women. The fact that one supports this project and supports Prison Network probably more than any other church does is massive. Obviously it helps the women, it helps the ministry, it certainly helps me to feel as though people are behind what you do. Just the fact we're on the front line, we always need prayer. There's a lot going on. Sometimes opposition comes from unusual places. So we can always do with prayer for that. We're dealing with people's lives every day and we need to make the right decisions or it could be life and death.